Hello, YouTubers, and welcome back to another episode of The Grandstand here on the Ohio Patriot Education Network YouTube channel. I am, as always, your host, AR the Ohio Patriot, and for today's episode, we're going to talk about Ohio's upcoming March primary and why the state needs one county, one rep laws. Specifically, it has a lot to do with the fact you have 11 Democrats holding the first 11 districts in this state that all happen to be pretty much from the same fucking area of Columbus. By the way, you may notice I've gotten a haircut. Just happened a little bit ago here, about an hour ago, give or take. So feels so much better. By the way, the hat fits better. Everything else fits better. My mom's friend wanted me to get the beard sort of trimmed up and whatnot. I'm just like, nah, I'm good on that one. Plus, it would have cost like I think $14 or $15 for a fucking small beard. Like the thing is, I could easily grab some clippers right now and like buzz here and buzz here. And that's really all it needs to be trimmed up, really. And then maybe like go underneath the beard a little bit there and maybe get like the under fluff, I guess this would be. But yeah, for the most part, like I'm not gonna pay somebody $15 to do that, man. That's just retarded. I could do it myself, honestly, if I want to do that. Which I don't really want to do that, honestly, is the whole point. So plus my beard looks badass today. Looking good, actually. Real good. But yeah, so anyway. As it turns out, found out something interesting today, which is that my current state rep, Reggie Stolfus, is actually running for Congress. And I found that out because I got this little paid bullshit from one of his opponents, who's also in our General Assembly. I think he's actually a state senator, Michael Ruley. And basically, with this piece of BS right here, he's sort of lying about what the deal is with Reggie and stuff on this dude. Obviously, both are running in the GOP primary to replace that ass clown Bill Johnson. And I'm not going to lie, it'd be way better with one of these dudes in it, particularly Reggie, honestly, because like this is the problem with this fake and liar. He's like, the I'm not a wife beater thing on there. So here's the thing about Reggie Stolfus, and this is what Ruley's doing right here is an absolute bunch of slanderous bullshit, dude. Because first and foremost, this has been openly known for the past 4 years now what really happened. There was a whole article that Reggie and his wife wrote about the whole situation when he was running for a second term in the state house there. And basically what it was is back in Reggie Stolfus's early life there, like his teenage years or something like that's what it was, like when he was like 18 or 19 or so, give or take. Actually, he might have been under that. Now I'm thinking about it. He was either like just under 18 or he was like just over 18. I forget where it was at though, but it was like someplace between like 18, like 17 and 20 years old, give or take. Again, it's been so long for me to recount like the actual age that he was at the time, but basically his mom had married some guy who was a stepfather. The stepfather was beating the fuck out of her is what it was. And he proceeded to be like, "You're not beating my mom's ass, dude," and fucking clock this motherfucker in the face. And then proceeded to basically beat the shit out of this dude, keeping him off his mom is what it was. And from there, he basically got arrested for domestic abuse, domestic violence, whatever you call it there, and pled no contest because, he's like, yeah, I beat the fuck out of this guy to stop him beating my mom's ass is what it was. So the fact that you have anybody trying to use that to slander this man is fucking ridiculous. And that's the problem with scumbag rhinos like Michael Ruley, honestly, dude. Like, as far as I can understand, like, Ruley hasn't done shit for us in the state senate, honestly, in the last couple of years. Like, he was basically a party line vote for a couple things, but he never actually advanced, like, pro-gun stuff. He never advanced pro-life stuff, anything like that. Both these things Reggie has helped with behind the scenes quite a bit, actually, and would make a great congressman, honestly, right now. Especially comparing to pieces of shit like Bill Johnson that he'd be replacing and stuff, dude. It's like, you want to talk about an upgrade with Reggie Stolfus, dude? You got, like, it's like 10 times better at that point, honestly. So, that being said, apparently, I guess he and Janet Ware Cretin, who I fucking hate, by the way, she's one of the Stark County commissioners who basically should be in jail right now for giving themselves a legal $10,000 raise like 5-6 years ago now. She and Reggie apparently went together and found a guy named Michael Cushman or Cushman, something like that, to basically run for the state house there in the district that Reggie was holding right now. So, which pisses me off because if I had known that shit, dude, I would have ran myself. Like, I would be a better fucking state rep than this fucking guy would be, this Mike guy. Or no, not Mike, Matt. Matt Crushman. I think that's what his name is right now, right? Let me just check this out real quick. Let me see here now. Yeah, Matthew Kishman, Kishman. Yeah, I would have been way better than Matt, honestly, dude. Because the thing is, like, yeah, I'm an unknown, but guess what, motherfuckers? I actually helped for over a year of my life to get constitutional carry passed in this state. That's what I, Adam, have done for the network, is what it is. On behalf of the Ohio Patriot Education Network, on behalf of Ohio's Firearms Freedom, etc., I spent over a year of my life helping get a constitutional carry passed in the state, dude. Calling up Reggie's office, calling up Jenna Powell's office, calling up, every GOP person on the ballot is what it was there, dude. And being like, hey, you guys are getting this to votes, right? You guys are getting this to the floor vote, right? When's the floor vote coming up, etc., etc. Day after day after day doing that stuff. Hang on, gotta get this to my sister. All right, sorry about that. Talking to my sister about what's going on right now. And then we're coming tomorrow for obviously Mom's wake, which is where we're not going to have Buckshot Thursday tomorrow. So anyway, but yeah, going back to what we're talking about here though with the GOP primary and stuff like that, and then obviously the Ohio primary in general though. So the problem is though, like I said, going back to the Stolefish issue there and stuff like that, you know, like him and Janet were Cretan went and found this Matthew guy, and it's like, dude, you could I've literally been calling you for months, bro. Like, you could have been like, hey Adam, you want to run for state rep in my place? I'd be like, fuck yeah, dude. Wait, you want me to run against some transgender piece of shit who's a fucking basically child molester? Fuck yeah, I'm gonna run against that piece of shit and beat their ass handedly. But thank God Vanessa Joy's ass is gone now, dude. And that's one thing that pisses me off about the Ballotpedia is still the sack of shit's name on the thing is what it is, dude. Even though they have been disqualified from District 50 because they literally changed their name 2 fucking years ago in 2022 from what it used to be, and which you talked about one of the other ones on the main channel, which got us a channel strike a while ago. Or no, sorry. Wait, no, it was actually that one that got us a channel strike on something else. That's what it was. But yeah, on the main channel, there is that video on there I talked about with that motherfucker and Andy No actually outing that son of a bitch as basically child molester is what it was, dude. Or at least child abuser anyway. And how they're basically doing like sex work in front of a fucking toddler and stuff. And it's like, how the fuck is this dude even on the ballot right now doing this should be in Stark County Jail, honestly? Or even trying to run for office is what it is then. So, and for those interested in what I'm talking about, where's this motherfucker right here? Let's see if I can find this sack of shit right here. I'm specifically talking about that ugly motherfucker right here is what it is. Which, Ohio transgender candidate accepts defeat after being kept off ballot for not listing quote-unquote dead name. Except it wasn't their dead name, it was a biological fucking name, dude. It was them literally, first of all, they were lying to the fucking voter base, dude. This fucking guy was legitimately lying to the fucking voters of Stark County is what it is, dude. That alone should see your ass booted off the fucking ballot for life. Because you're straight up lying to people about who the fuck you really are is what it is, man. And of course you changed your fucking name 2 years ago. Because you know damn well, and I really wish one of these fucking articles would actually say what this asshole's name was originally is what it was there. Because it should actually tell me, but of course, they're not going to say that shit because they're fucking scumbag liars, is what it is on the mainstream media. Yeah, there should be. Who the fuck is it now? Jesus Christ. Oh, by the way, this LGBTQ Victory Institute or Victory Fund, whatever you want to call it there. One of the other pieces of shit that they're bringing up from the obscurity right now in this upcoming primary is Crystal Lutt, who is a known fucking child molester. Or sorry, not known child molester. She is a known fucking abortionist. Yeah, there's child molesters and abortionists in the state, by the way. That's a problem. But yeah, Crystal Lutt is a known fucking abortionist. She's an anti-gunner. She's a sack of shit. And of course, she's running unopposed in District 11 right now for the state house. So, yeah, this woman is just a complete sack of shit, dude, entirely. And for those wondering who I'm talking about, it is this piece of shit lady right here is what it is, dude. She is a complete scumbag. She's been trying to run for office in this state for like at least 6 years now or something. And she's always been either beaten in the primaries or she's been basically outed for the sack of shit she is, and people are like, fuck you, lady, and voted against her is what it was then. So, but yeah, of course she's running unopposed there. And like I said, the one county, one rep thing, you just look at the fucking first 11 districts here in Ohio, dude. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11, all Democrat, 0 Republican candidates in those because they were so gerrymandered blue in Franklin County or so. I think maybe one was in Cowgood County, if I'm not mistaken, but I want to say either 10 or in Franklin County area there. But yeah, that's the problem right there. Those 11 districts alone, dude, could be done away with entirely, or had 11 of them combined into one is what it would be then. So you'd have like 1 instead of 11 pieces of shit, basically. And you'd have a better state house overall, if that be the case then, dude. And then from there, you just start combining other ones that are, other stuff like this. So anyway. What's interesting to me, too, looking at some of these people that are claiming are incumbents right now, these are obviously the people that Democrats have put in place. There's what it is. So I will say this specifically in District 8, the fact that Anita Samani's even still on the ballot to run for re-election in this state is fucking slap in the face, dude, when her bitch ass should be in prison right now for literally child abuse, for forcing transgender surgeries on kids. It's like, how the fuck is this bitch not being tried with crimes against humanity right now, dude? Seriously. She is the biggest sack of shit in the fucking race next to Allison Russo, dude, who is the known fucking biggest scumbag here, accepted bribes from Morris Main Action to, was it over 2? No, it was almost 3 years ago now, because it would have been May 2021 when she did that shit. So yeah, you got this fucking stupid cunt, Samani, right here, who I believe she actually runs like an abortion clinic, if I'm not mistaken, too, so she actually is committing crimes against humanity legitimately. And then we got, like I said, piece of shit Allison Russo. Right here, you got, obviously, all these bitches running unopposed, by the way. You got that Abduli woman who shouldn't even be on the fucking ballot because she's literally a fucking Somali terrorist in the state from Somalia. Like, that alone should disqualify her from the fucking ring to begin with 2 years ago. Same thing with this, where's that motherfucker there? This Ismail Mohammed asshole. Like, this dude should also be DQ'd because of the fact he's not a fucking American. They're both foreign nationals in this state, dude. And then you got this jackass who was just appointed, I guess, a couple of weeks ago is what it was. I'm not even sure who they replaced now that I'm thinking about it, because it would have been District 4. And then, of course, we got Jarrells, Humphreys. Those two idiots have been in power for a couple of years now. What I find interesting, too, is looking at Mohammed's district. You have 2 of the Democrats trying to primary his ass out, which I'm not even sure how to pronounce this person's name. Abdurakadi Dini. I guarantee this guy's also Somali, if that be the case, dude. Again, another fucking foreign national. I'll tell you what, dude, if I had to live in that district with these assholes being my quote-unquote state representative, I would go for the least piece of shit on the ballot that actually has a fucking non-foreign sounding name, which would be this Julie woman. Like, that by default, dude, like, she'd be a better candidate right now, honestly, because she's actually an American, it sounds like, anyway. So, then we got a bunch of new people coming up in District 5 then, which are these 3 jackasses. So they'll have a new Democrat there. You'll have basically 7 Democrats trying to primary each other out for District 6. And like I said, Russo's going to be unopposed, and Somali's going to be unopposed, Abdullah's going to be unopposed. You have 3 different Democrats running for District 10, including one that sounds like they're probably another fucking Somali foreign national / terrorist in the state. I guarantee, like, when I say terrorist, obviously, I mean these people are legit sleeper cells in the state right now, dude. And they should probably be in prison right now for P loan theft, honestly, too, for that matter. So, anyway. And then, of course, you got Crystal Letts, dumbass, who's a known, like, DYKE. Brian Stewart, you have a chick named Patty Hamilton trying to primary him out there in District 12. Mike Skindell, hopefully they catch a primary from this Tristan person. And then that person will actually lose to this Robert dude. I'm hoping Sean Brennan actually loses to David Morgan, because Brennan's a known gun grabber. He should also be in prison right now in Ohio just for restrictions code of laws, what it is. Actually, every single Democrat on this ballot right now. And then we got 2 other Democrat jackasses trying to run against each other here. And then we got 2 Republicans trying to run for District 15 there is what it is. Bride Rose Sweeney will hopefully lose to Daryl in the general election. Jessica Sutherland, who's a new Democrat, will be obviously running unopposed there. And then it'll be one of these 3 people that actually will be against her opponent. Will be her opponent in the thing then. I'm actually pissed about District 18 because you have Juanita Brent basically now getting in by default again because Justin Anderson didn't make the ballot. Phil Robinson will hopefully be defeated by Kenny in the actual general election come November. Same thing with Terrence Upchurch, hopefully get beat by Donna Brown here. And then, of course, we got Elliot Forhan, who should have been actually removed from the General Assembly a while ago, just for being an anti-Semitic piece of shit, basically. Hopefully he'll be primaried by one of these people, and then they'll lose to Josh. Then we got Darnell Brewer, who hopefully get primaried by Milan Wesley. Hopefully Daniel Troy will be primaried by this Tony guy. I really hope that Danny Isaac John gets primaried by Stephen Pryor, and then Pryor loses to John Suss. Mostly because Isaac John, dude, this guy is the biggest fucking sack of shit, whiny ass, crybaby, little douchebag, fag it in America right now. And like seriously, this guy is a gun grabbing sack of shit. He fucking pushes forth like all this garbage. What was I gonna say? Yeah, you have all this fucking garbage and shit from this guy, where he will sit there and actively, like specifically going back about 6-7 months now when they did the that House Means and Ways Committee that I was talking about on one of the channels a while ago, and you had them basically trying to do away with guns and ammo taxation, and then it was Democrats like Sean Brennan and stuff like that were trying to do away with taxation on like gun safes and other stuff like that. Is what it is, like safety devices and shit is what they called them. And Danny had the audacity to get up and try to fucking grandstand and be all like, oh, but how is this gonna stop the kids from being killed? It's like, dude, what the fuck kind of shit is that? Like, shut your fucking mouth, child. Resign from office on the spot, you fucking asshole. And get the fuck out of Ohio, you fucking douchebag. Like, honestly, these are the kind of fucking little sacks of shit that our founding fathers would have drug out in the fucking street and tarred and feathered on the fucking pavement, dude. Seriously. But anyway. So, continuing on. Going back here, we got sack of shit Cecil Thomas will hopefully be beaten in the general election by Jim Burns. Same thing with hopefully Cedric Denson getting beat by this John guy. I really hope that Rachel Baker gets beat by Kurt Hartman in the general election because Baker's a known mom's man action cunt. I honestly really wish this Regina woman had actually made the ballot so she could have primary Jessica Miranda, but hopefully this Jen Garox, I think is how to pronounce her name, something like that. She actually ran last year, I believe. I don't know if it's the same district or not. Or no, not last year. 2022. She ran the 2022 midterms and did not actually win the election. I want to say she won that primary, though, because there was like 4 or 5 different people on the GOP side is what it was, and she actually won by like a slight margin is what it was there. And I'm actually hoping that she actually beats Jessica Miranda straight up this time, dude, because Miranda is a known gun-grabbing sack of shit. Actually, the biggest problem I have with Jessica Miranda personally is that she had the audacity a few years ago there to push forth gun control shit, while then hypocritically claiming that her grandfather taught her how to shoot as a kid, and is like, but Grandpa always talked about safety and security, and it's like, shut the fuck up, cunt. The second you were trying to grab guns from Ohioans is the second that you're committing deprivation of the code of law, which is a misdemeanor crime nationwide, should be a felony nationwide, by the way. But yeah, it should see your ass in a jail cell for the next 360 days of your life, and you're never allowed to look at office again after that, if not 10 years. Because again, depending on severity of the crime, it could be upwards to 10 years or life imprisonment or even death penalty for that matter. You know, depending on severity of the crime and how many people it actually hurts is what it is there. But yeah, I would say minimum it should be at least 1 year and 1 day in prison. You're not allowed to look at officer again, this will be the case, man. Which is what the actual crime punishment for that crime is what it is there. So, and we go to District 29, we got this Joey guy running for Democrats. And then we got George Butterman trying to primary Cindy Abrams. Don't really know much about that guy at all. I know Abrams is kind of a sack of shit, though. She's definitely a rhino sack of shit. I believe I want to say Cindy Abrams' ass actually is one of the ones that's actually trying to hold up Second Preservation Act right now in the State House. And she was one of the ones that was talking about, fuck you, I'm going to do what I want kind of thing or whatever. I want to say she also did a pay-to-play scandal, if I'm not mistaken, some time ago then. So, yeah, she definitely needs to get the fuck out of what it is, dude, for real. So, I think this AJ Harris person might actually be Romer's stepson, who's trying to claim to be their stepdaughter. Or no, sorry, that's a different guy. Which one is it then? I know there was one of these fuckers that claimed to be like a tranny and shit like that is what it was. And they were trying to run for the State House, is what it is right now. And I thought they were running against Romer, actually. So maybe they didn't make the ballot then too, because again, it could be too they changed their name in the last 5 years and they got DQ'd because of that shit, dude. Which would make sense. Again, Ohio has that law, dude, where if you change your name in a 5-year time span and you don't put that name on the fucking thing, dude, guess what, motherfucker? You're DQ'd from the fucking running, as it should be. Because you're a lying sack of shit is what it is. You're trying to deceive the fucking voter base is what it is there. Specifically, you're trying to deceive voters to make them believe you're someone else when you're not that person entirely. So, anyway. And that's the problem right now, is these people are a bunch of damn liars is what it is, man. But anywho. Let's see. District 32 will have somebody new in it no matter what. Out of these 3 people, District 33, again, is another one of these ones that can be, taken out because it's just a Democrat now representing it. Same thing with District 38. Just going to be a Democrat there because it's a gerrymandered blue. And then District 42, where Elgin Rogers represents, should be, again, one of these ones that's knocked too as well. I really hope that Wendy Hendricks, because I know she was in the 2022 primaries and stuff like that, I really hope she can actually beat Michelle Grimm this time around, because Grimm specifically is a known gun grabber. I believe Grimm is also another one of these people that's another Mom's Man Action cunt. She was actually the fucking bitch, by the way. This fucking stupid bitch right here literally was trying to use the main BS, where that fucking psycho nut job went in and killed a bunch of people there in that bowling alley and stuff like that, to try to push for safe storage laws and red flag laws in Ohio, as they're going to do jack shit, you stupid fucking cunt. They're not. What's going to actually do stuff, Michelle Grimm, is what we already have on the books right now, but expanding upon that. Stop having fucking churches and other houses of worship be gun-free zones. Hell, repeal the Gun-Free Zones Act of 1990 entirely in the state of Ohio. That would actually fucking fix something right now. That would stop any future mass shootings like the fucking Dayton massacre that was committed by some fucking Antifa and BLM little fuckstick. So, anyway. Yeah, it's a bunch of shit, dude, entirely. I'm fucking sick and tired of these fucking people being in the office, dude, when they should be in jail right now for all the shit they've committed against Ohioans. So, anyway. Looks like Sarah Carruthers is also going to catch a primary challenge here. Hopefully she does get beat in that one, because I want to say Carruthers is another one of these people that I actually found out about through one of these little young Democrat kids. She is actually the one who was directly doing a pay-to-play scandal in the state house and should be in jail right now for that shit entirely, dude. So, and of course you got Olinger running for his 4th term. Jim Thomas is running for his 2nd term. And like I said, Matthew Crushman, who's going to be representing us. I don't even understand why Vanessa Joy is even still on this ballot, dude. Because, again, this fucking transgender person, dude, who is a lying sack of shit, who is disqualified from the fucking running, isn't even allowed to run anymore. Their name should not even be on the ballot right there at all, dude. It should just be Matthew Cushman, nothing here for Democrats, nothing here for independents and stuff. So he's just going to run unopposed, basically, and win the primary and win the general election pretty much easily is what it'll be then. Unless somebody, gets in there for general election for like a writing candidate or something, then that'll be the case. But even still, it's very hard to win as a writing candidate, man. So I really hope that Jody Salvo actually knocks Brett Hudson-Hillner out of office then with this primary challenge, dude, because Brett is a sack of shit, dude. This guy is a straight up rhino. He has been for years now. And every single fucking time there is a Republican on a almost 100% Democrat bill, it's always Brett's ass, dude. There's no reason for that. Like, stop giving these people a fucking bone, dude. You guys are the supermajority in the state house right now. Anything you're going to say, seriously, if all 60-something people from the Republican caucus in the state of Ohio lockstep together in the fucking state house, dude, they could sweep anything across the board as fast as possible and get it fucking done. The problem is you have like 3 to 4 fucking camps in there that are all divided amongst each other is what it is, man. So that's an issue entirely right there. And instead of solidifying behind somebody, they're all fucking, trying to cut each other's throats, basically is what it is there. I'm actually wondering too, because I was thinking about this recently, because I know that people were talking months ago about the Blue 22 is what they called them, which is the 22 Republicans that voted to put Jason Stevens into office there. And then you had a bunch of people who were being backed by current state senator and Senate President Matt Hoffman to basically be his yes men in office. And I'm wondering how many of these people that are in the primaries and stuff like that right now are actually Hoffman's people. So, be interesting to see that, honestly. This is actually sad for District 58 with Laura McNally's ass. So you had this woman, Emily, being a write-in. You had the other chick not even making the ballot at all. One thing that bums me out, too, is going down the line a little bit here, is we're no longer going to have Jenna Powell in the State House anymore, dude, because she apparently did not make the ballot somehow, even though she's the incumbent. Like, that's what I don't get, right? Like, how the fuck are you the incumbent in the State House right now, and you don't make the ballot, dude? Like, that's wild to me, honestly. Like, it makes zero sense at all, man. Like, how are you a 3-term incumbent and you're not going to be on the ballot? I mean, that being said, hopefully this Jonathan Newman guy can easily beat Melissa Van Drake then and take over for Powell then, if that be the case, and be a good state rep too, for that matter. So, one thing I think is interesting, going back to the how Ohio's shit works is what it is. So basically, when you have people who die in office, or or they'll run for another office or whatever it is here, they will be taken over and replaced by somebody within the actual GOP is what it is then. So instead of actually having a legit special election, which is how it should go for the voters, because we want to vote these people in office is what it is there. Like we did with Chris Jordan before his death, obviously, untimely about a year or so ago, give or take, whenever that happened there. And that's what really saddened me, to be honest with you guys, because Chris Jordan was one of the best pro-choice fighters in our state house right now, up until his death. And then instead of actually having a legit primary there, or a legit special election to replace him, then they're just like, oh no, we're going to select some guy here is what it is now. And I can't remember if that guy was this Justin Pazel guy or not, because this guy really is not the incumbent, dude. This Justin guy here. This guy was a replacement to the person that was actually in office at the time. Okay, here you go. Yeah. Appointed to replace Brian Baldridge. That's who it was. So it was that's what it was. It was Brian Baldridge had gone to do Ohio's Director of Agriculture after he won election. And then like a month or two after that, you had this Justin guy replace him, is what it was there. So yeah, he was not even, like, that's the problem. Justin wasn't even the incumbent, dude. He was the guy who was fucking put in place, and that's what it was. So anyway. And then again, going back to other stuff there, we got District 92 is going to be a Democrat district. District 93 and Jason Stevens' district will be a Republican district. I really wish Jason Stevens would have caught a primary challenge there. That would have been nice, dude. And then again, going back to districts that shouldn't exist right here, you got District 95 or 96, 97, which would be Ferguson and Holmes. If nothing else, like, here's the thing, right? Even if they just combine those two districts, because I think they're around the same county or whatever the case be, if they just combine them into like one, and it was like these two guys fighting each other in a primary challenge or whatever the case be, dude, like, at least then it would be something, At least then it wouldn't just be like, here you go, bro, kind of thing. Like, it just pisses me off, dude. It also pisses me off that Bob Peterson didn't catch a primary challenge this go around, because that guy doesn't need to be in office anymore. Because he again, going back to Rhino Sachs shit, dude, and fucking scumbag ass Democrats in this state right now. You had him, Peterson, giving, I'm trying to think where this bitch is at right now, this stupid cunt Michelle Grimm a fucking leg up to get a fucking hearing on gun control shit for safe storage laws and stuff like that, and also red flag shit too, for that matter. And it's like, why the fuck are you giving them anything, dude? Like, you have the ability to choose what the fuck comes up into those committees and what the fuck doesn't. And you know what you could say to them? Fuck you, you oath-breaking cunts. We're not giving you a fucking thing. Go eat shit and fucking resign, or we're going to have your fucking asses arrested for deprivation of rights of law, bitches. And that's exactly how you fucking deal with this shit, man. Seriously. It's not that hard, bro. It's literally not that hard. You could easily fucking remove them for being a bunch of actual fucking criminals in this state right now. But you're choosing instead to allow them to continue to fuck around and fuck with Ohioans' rights and act like they deserve to be in power at all after that, dude, when they don't, and they shouldn't be. So fucking infuriating. I actually wonder, too, on this one, like going back to those Democrat districts, though, considering that, you know, obviously, like I said, with the first, like, 11 there, it's all, like, hardcore leftist areas and stuff like that, dude, because it's all, like, major city shit is what it is there. So I'm wondering, like, specifically with, like, Muhammad's district there is what it is there, in District 3 there. Like, there are people that are trying to primary his ass out, or, like, District 5 where you got 3 contenders, or, like, District 6 where it's, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people there. I'm wondering, like, how many of those people, or any of them for that matter, are actually just low-key conservatives running as a Democrat. Like, they're actually just people that would, you know, get into office and then immediately become Republican or something like that. And just be like they basically just let their shit not be known as what it is then. And then it turns out they're actually, like, super pro-2A and, like, super pro-life and stuff like that. And they're like, haha, fooled y'all, fuckers. That's how people need to do it, by the way, anymore. In those Democrat districts like that, if we're not going to be able to, you know, deal with that shit with one county, one rep, then yeah, run as a Democrat, beat the Democrats at their own fucking game on that one, dude, and then simply switch parties after you get into office. If nothing else, you got at least 2 years then to do whatever the fuck you want is what it is, man. Like, yeah, you're probably not going to get reelected because, you know, you quote-unquote, like, deceived the voter base, which I'm sure that's what Democrats will say, obviously. But the thing of it is, though, at least then you can actually do what you need to do then to help better this state is what it would be then, man. Or better this country, for that matter. So, anyway. Yeah, like I said, I would love to know more about this guy, this Matthew dude, because I was trying to look into this guy, honestly, dude. This Matthew Kishman guy who's going to be my new state rep, basically. And figure out exactly what his deal is when it comes to, like, Pro 2A stuff and whatnot, because the problem is there's a couple guys that actually have this thing, and I'm assuming, like, there's a couple guys with this name that actually have this name, and I'm assuming that this guy right here that I'm going to bring up on camera actually is the guy that we're talking about right here, this councilman guy. I think this is the dude right here, honestly, because there's, like, an older guy that has, like, the same name as what it is. Or at least there's pictures of, like, another guy that has the same name and stuff, but it does make me want, because the problem is looking up District 50 and stuff like that, all you have is, like, this guy's name or whatever the case be, but then you have, then you got, like, the transgender shit or whatever there for Ohio is what it was then. So, okay. By the way, this shit is creepy, Frank LaRose. I'm just going to point this out right now, dude. There's actually the site that basically tells you everything you know about somebody when you look up names and stuff, dude. It's really fucking creepy. And it's like, it gives way too much public information out there, man, of things that should not be public knowledge to people. So, like, basically, hey, here's my house, come rob it, kind of thing. So, but yeah, it sounds like this guy's 39, then if that be the case. So, anyway. Yeah, I really wish I could find more about this dude, because he's supposed to be a lawyer. So, see if I can look that up and see if anything pops up now. Yeah, it's all the training bullshit. More training bullshit. Ohio needs to change law wrongfully denying ballot access. No, we fucking don't. We don't need fucking literal fucking child molesters and child abusers like this fucking piece of shit right here in office, dude. This guy is a freaky piece of shit, legitimately, who has no business even being free at this point, because they literally should be in jail for a fucking fuck ton of felonies, dude. So, anyway, let's see what we got here now. Disqualified prior name. Said candidate yesterday was disqualified from ballot Montgomery County despite failing to list their name. Third faces disqualification hearing tomorrow. Fourth is not in jeopardy because he didn't change his name. Yeah, no shit, Sherlock. There you go. Okay, so you had 4 fucking supposed transgender people that these Democrats tried to run for offices here in the state of Ohio, right? 3 of which changed their name in the last 5 years and have now basically been DQ'd from the running, it sounds like. The 4th dude was like, no, I'm not going to change my name. Like, why would I? Because it probably has like a fucking female sounding name anyway, like Michelle or something like that, where it actually is spelled like Michelle, but it could be like a guy or a girl's name or something like that kind of thing, you know? Or like one of those names, like, I don't know, there's a bunch of ones out, like Sasha would be another one of those ones, you know, where it could be like a dude or a chick. Now, granted, some of those are more female sounding names anyway, but like at the same time, it's, you know, you could be a man or a woman depending. Like it's one of those, what I would consider to be almost like gender neutral names, I guess what I'd say on that one. But the whole point is, though, yeah, you have these people that have no business being in office at all. In many cases, just like that sack of shit, Vanessa Joy, who's, like I said, name I can't remember offhand what their actual biological name was. They changed 2 fucking years ago is what it was there, dude. Like I said, probably because they had a fucking criminal record before that's what it was, dude, which honestly should have DQ'd them from the running to begin with on that one, dude, entirely. So, in fact, I'm gonna look up something right now for that matter, because I know I got Andy Knows stuff here from at least a month or so. So, there should be something popping up here with this dude. Okay, I think I might have found it now. Did I find it? Yes, I did find it. Okay. So, yeah. So, here's the actual thing that Andy No found here in the last 30 days is what it was. This is all the shit that Andy No found there, which was biased media and trans activists are misleading the public about trans Ohio candidate who was disqualified for not listing their prior name. Vanessa Joy, who is trying to hide the name, uncovered as, there we go, Jeremy Michael Adams, is a sex worker who weeks ago posted videos of them masturbating to images of women. Joy uses online monikers, all that stuff like that. And then they also have a fucking toddler, by the way. And they were literally fucking talking about literally jerking off in front of their fucking like 2 or 3 year old son is what it was, dude. Like, this is the kind of shit I'm talking about when I'm talking about child abuse, dude, and child molestation and everything else like that, and like potentially pedophilia and stuff, dude. And like talking about using like a dialer, like it's fucking vibrator and shit. It's like, what the fuck is the matter with you, guy? Like, seriously, bro. It's fucking disgusting. Jeremy. Like, that's the problem, dude. And of course, Jeremy's gonna fucking, you know, change the fucking name there because they don't want people to know who the fuck they really are is what it is. Because they're trying to deceive the fucking voter base here in Stark County. And fuck that, dude. I'm not gonna let the sack of shit represent my ass, dude. When they're a hardcore fucking anti-life, anti-gun sack of shit. Fuck this person, dude, entirely. They should be in jail right now in the state of in Stark County, Ohio, in the Stark County jail right now, dude. If not going to Ohio State prison currently. So, yeah, fuck you, Jeremy. You fucking asshole. Thank God fucking Sandy wins there, though, and kick that fucker off the ballot, dude. Now, granted, how they changed their name in 2019, though, because it was over 5 years ago now, it wouldn't have mattered and they would still be on the ballot underneath, but that's Joy's what would be there, man. So, anyway, let's see. Yeah, there you go. Bobby Arnold. Okay, so yeah, Bobby could be a guy or a girl's name. An Ohio House candidate for People County was kept on the ballot by the Montgomery County Board of Elections despite the omission. 4th transgender candidate in Athens is not affected because they didn't change her. Okay, so that was the 3rd one. Then was Bobby then. So yeah, don't vote for Bobby Arnold, man. Seriously. I think that's the last fucking person we need there. Let's go ahead and see what district they're actually running in anyway here. I wouldn't find that real fast now. Let's see, Bobby. Oh, okay. Thank God, dude. Thank God that's a district that's going to be held by State Rep Rodney Creech right now. So yeah, you have that's a district currently is State Rep Rodney Creech here, who's going to be, I think, a 3rd term if I'm not mistaken. And then it's them versus this fucking nut job. And then there was a writing candidate named Logan Turner. So, and that's the thing too, right? It's these LGBTQ victory fund people that are putting these leftist fucking nut jobs who are all like pro fucking child surgeries and sterilizing kids and shit, dude, in red districts in this state right now. They know they're not going to win in these districts, by the way. They know they never have a fucking chance to win in these districts at all. Yeah, they're putting it there anyway, just to be like, and then of course they're trying to push all this bullshit like, oh, look at Ohio, it's so anti-LGBTQ. It's like, no, dude, we're not letting fucking liars on the fucking ballot that have changed their name in the last 5 years, assholes. I think it's been on the books for over 30 fucking years in this state. An actual law on the books for over 30 years since the 1990s, man. So, day was this from? This was from the 17th. Yeah, you had that jackass Jeremy claimed they were going to try to fight the system there. Okay, here you go. Yeah, it said Joy has been seeking the Ohio House seat currently held by GOP Representative Reggie Stolfus, who's instead running for Congress to take over for Bill Johnson. Republican Matthew Krishman, a Minerva Village council member, also seeking Stolfus' seat in the light of Jeremy Michael Adams' disqualification. Could wind up being the only candidate in the general election in November. Dude, I'll tell you what, Mike DeWine is such a fucking cunt. Like, even his bitch ass is all like, oh, this stuff needs to change. No, it fucking doesn't, you asshole. Why the fuck would you even want these nut jobs? First of all, dude, why would you want somebody who is legally, mentally fucking insane to be in office holding any position of power in this country when they should be in a fucking nut house someplace? That's the problem with people like Jeremy Michael Adams, dude. They need to be in a fucking loony bin someplace. So, no, there should be something where you have to legally put your fucking infants change in the last 5 years, dude. In fact, I would say it not only should be 5 years, it should be lifetime, dude. If you're going to sit there and commit a crime 20 years ago as John Smith or some shit like that, and be maybe a registered sex offender or something, dude, you shouldn't be able to legally change your name fucking 5-10 years down the road to like Johnny Smith or something. Or Jeremy Adams or something, you know? And then try to run for office under that new name is what it is. Because it's a little deception. It's literally trying to lie to the voter base to even get on the fucking ballot to begin with of who you really are. Because if they look up this person or this new name now, what are they going to find? They're going to find some random bullshit, dude. But if they look up your actual biological name, what are they going to find? Oh, here's your fucking criminal record from 10, 15, 20 years ago is what it is, dude. Here's all the sick, disgusting shit you've done with fucking children by you in the last couple of years now. It's just fucking, it's the lunatics running the fucking asylum, dude, seriously. Interesting looking at Stolfus' thing here for Congress. It was basically America First Republican stuff. And lower national debt, secure border, energy independence, etc. So, now, it's being endorsed by Warren Davidson. Jesus. That's probably not a good thing, man. I'm not even going to lie on that one. Not even going to lie on that one, though. That's interesting, though, because one of the guys that's actually in this congressional race with Stolfus is actually a chiropractor guy who has a business just over the border in Pennsylvania, but lived in East Palestine is what it is there. And this Rick guy that's in the race, too, was actually talking about wanting to do stuff for East Palestine is what it was there. when you look at who Stolfus actually has as other people who are endorsing him, you got East Palestine Mayor endorsing him there. You also got the Maslin Mayor, Alliance Mayor. Let's see. We got state reps Ron Ferguson, Daryl Kick, Bernie Willis, Scott Lips, Jennifer Gross, Marilyn John, and Adam Burr all endorsing him there. So, yeah, pretty interesting. And obviously, Warren Davidson is the first one that has the endorsement there. I'll tell you what, if Stolfus could get the endorsement of Trump, though, dude, he would be a fucking shoo-in right now, 100%. So, yeah. And then there's Stolfus' thing. Here's what it is. Yeah, Stark County native, having been born and raised in Hartville area. He and his wife run a small farming operation and also run and operate manufacturing business and employs 4 local residents. Reggie was elected to Ohio State House of Representatives in 2018. Currently serves after having a Paris Township trustee for 3 years. So, and then there's him with the family is what it is. At the, I'm not sure if this is Ohio's version of the Right to Life rally, if that was the actual Right to Life rally in D.C. a couple years ago then. So, I gotta say, having seen his family for the first time, his wife's actually kind of cute, actually. So, yeah, good looking bunch, man. Pro-life generation for sure, man. So, yeah, let's see, what is he running on here? See, it says, Reggie knows that strong families create stronger communities in Congress, just like he has in the State House. Reggie will fight to foster environment that strengthens families through strategic legislation, create jobs, reward people who work hard, promote personal responsibility, and preserve family unit. As your next Congressman, District 6, Reggie will cut spending and not waste your tax dollars, secure your southern border, and support completion of the wall, fight the woke left from taking over our schools, our children, our society, support President Trump to make America great, protect your right to bear arms and the unborn. I like how you put those as 2 and then 1 as like the same thing as what it was there. Foster an environment that promotes free market policies, work towards a balanced budget, and ensure our veterans are taken care of and supported. Prior to being elected into office, Reggie's always been active in the community. And then it talks about his other stuff, including being part of the Right to Life chapter for Stark County is what it is there. So, okay, that's weird. It says Reggie and his wife have 4 kids. I'm only seeing unless that who I thought was his wife here is actually one of his children, which I don't think it is. Unless maybe she was pregnant with the 4th one in this picture, maybe, or maybe they've had that kid since then. So it would be, like 8, 9-year-old, 5, 6-year-old probably, and then a newborn or something probably is my guess, honestly. Or a small toddler then maybe, if that'd be the case in the last couple of years since this picture was taken. I don't know. It's weird. But yeah, either way, like I said, he got my vote for sure, especially against Ruley and this other guy. So he's been a good state rep to me for the last couple of years. The only thing I wish, like I said, the only thing I do wish is I really, really wish he had fucking come to me. Because that's the thing, if I had seriously known this guy was not going to run for re-election this year, dude, because I considered primarying him like 6 months ago, give or take. If I had known he was going to be out, I would have been like, bro, like endorse my ass, endorse the fucking 2A guy. Endorse the 2A guy, endorse the pro-life guy who would be a great successor to you. Endorse Adam. But nah, didn't know about this at all, and now I got fucked over, basically. And it's like, that pisses me off, dude. It really does, honestly. For real. So, anyway. But yeah, that being said, I still want to run for governor in 2026 if we're still a functioning country, obviously. But at the same time, I'm like, I don't think I would stand the chance as governor's race. But that being said, I could easily probably primary Matthew Cushman out for District 50 then, if that'd be the case then, if I still live in this area. So that might be something to think about 2 years from now then. And just become a state rep then. So interesting to note, by the way, going to district on the ballot here to the district that Beth Lear currently holds, which is District 61. Michael Holt was actually in that race against her in 2022 and lost handedly. And of course, you got this Kurt guy running there too as well, and then 2 Democrats running against each other there as well. So, yeah. I will say, we'll have a lot of new people coming in the State House, dude, for real. I didn't realize there's so many people actually that will be getting replaced and stuff. So, like, even looking at going back to the thing here for the last couple minutes before we finish up this episode, going back to District 77 there, you got 5 different Republicans trying to run for District 77 there, and then 1 Democrat they're going to run against is what it would be in the general election. Okay, there you go. Matt Hoffman is running in the in District 78 then. So yeah, so you got the guy who's the current Senate president right now is going to be doing the flip-flop bullshit is what it is here and trying to run for our State House now again, just like everybody else has in the past is what it is then, man. So actually, I'm going to look up this stuff on the Republican side and the Democrat side real quick because I feel like there are some people that are definitely going to be termed out that would be jumping over again, just like Bob Peterson did last go around is what it was in 2022. So I'm going to look over every single name on this real fast and see if I can see anybody that I recognize that potentially would be a current state rep or not. Okay, not seeing anything there. Nothing there, nothing there. I can't remember if Ryan McClain is actually in our state someplace or not. No, not seeing anything on that. Oh, it was Roden McClain. Okay, that's who I was thinking of. I don't know if that's in relation to him or not, though. I mean, it could be. It could be like his brother or son or somebody. So, okay, nothing there, nothing there, nothing there. Nope, 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 nope. Nope, 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 nope. Nope, nope, nope. Nope, 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 nope. Okay, no, no, nothing yet. Let's see here now. Nope, not seeing anything at all here on any of these. Oh, wait, I did see one now. Gail Pelgia is currently, I think she got redistricted is what it was there because she is currently District 72. And then she's running for, which one is it here now? Oh, okay, wait. That's weird. It doesn't have her as the incumbent then. Oh, no, she's running for that one. What does she represent now then, if that be the case? I swear she represented another different area there. I know this name. So. Weird. I know she's not in the state senate right now. I thought she was in the state house right now. Is she not? Like, let me look her ass up real quick now. I feel like she represents us someplace. Here's what it is. Yeah, right there. Representative Gail Pelgia. Yeah. I don't understand why she's not the incumbent then, if that be the case. That's weird, dude. Like, that should have her as the incumbent then on that one. So somebody fucked up on that or something. Yeah, that's real weird. Doesn't make any sense at all, man. So, yeah, let's see here now. We got Hoffman jumping over then. So, let's see. Okay. Let's see now. Click. Nope, not seeing anybody on there that would have been people that were already in our state house right now or not. Or in our state senate right now, for that matter. So let's go ahead and jump back on this one. go to the state senate and see if there's anybody running in this one that I would recognize from the state house, maybe. So, let's see. Oh, Tom Patton's actually going to be jumping because he's a current state senator, is what it is. Or sorry, current state rep right now. So he'll be jumping over to state senate. That is what it is there. I think District 24 might have been Hoffman's district actually. So that would make sense for Pat. I think maybe that's what it actually is. Patton was the district that Hoffman's going to be running in now, and then Hoffman told Patton to run in his old district then for the state senate. Is what it would be then. That would actually make sense then. Either that or it was Susan Manchester was the other person that was running for those districts, because this is another one of the people that is currently in office right now. Oh, wait, no, okay, it was her. It was her then. Yeah, it was Manchester. That was District 78 then. I didn't realize that's what she looked like, honestly. I thought she was way older than that, man. She is actually a really good-looking chick. Yeah. I'm not even going to lie, man. Slow creeping. So, anyway. But no, seriously, though. Where am I at now? Yeah, it was her district then that... So she's flip-flopping with Hoffman then. So you got Manchester going to the state senate then for District 12, and then Hoffman's going to be running in the district that Susan represents right now, which is 78, I believe is what it is then. Let me just check that again to confirm 100% then. And then we'll discuss things from there. Yep, District 78. Okay, so yeah. And obviously with that, Dylan Gross and Chris Walter not making the ballots there, yeah, Hoffman's basically going to be a shoe in 78, then is what it'll be. So, yeah, that's... I don't know, man. Like I said, like my biggest problem is it's these people who are career politicians like that. It's like, dude, you've had 8 years or 6 years or 4 years, what the fuck it is now. Like, just get the fuck out, you know? Like, just get out, go do something else, go get a real job, basically, is what it is. Stop being a fucking career politician, is what it is, man. And let other good people come back in and take over for you, is what it is then. And have their, time to shine as a good representative of the people, is what it is then. Represent the people's will on things like the Second Amendment, on things like life, etc. So, yeah, I just have a problem with all of it, man. Fucking irritating, man, I'll tell you what. This is interesting. Going back to Stark County, by the way, which has 3 seats in it, which should be 1, for that matter, where you have Olinger, Thomas, and then whoever the hell's running in District 50 right now, which is Stolfus's old seat right now. Should all be 1 county, 1 rep kind of thing there. And we have better representation here as well, for that matter. But this is what I thought was interesting, is going to the Canton rep here for their paper, repository. It says, intriguing Stark County races. Reinhold, 77 of Canton, is a Democrat who ran unsuccessfully for the state senate in 2010 against Republican Scott Olinger. Reinhold served as county's chief criminal prosecutor before being appointed to Canton Municipal Court judge in 1991 and 1996. He was elected to his first of 2 6-year terms as common pleas judge in 2008. He chose not to seek re-election. So after a couple of years in criminal defense attorney, Reinhold said he was visiting judge in Northeast Ohio and Northern Ohio. From 2012 to 2019, he became an attorney for something. Reinhold said since June, he served as a mediator for Summit County Common Pleas Court. Oh, he's trying to run against Kyle Stone for Stark County prosecutor, aka the DA's office there. Dude. So here's my problem with Kyle Stone, right? Again, I feel like I was deceived a few years ago when Kyle Stone ran for office there. So you got Kyle Stone, who is a fucking BLM piece of shit. People knew this guy was fucking pro-BLM asshole, basically. Knew he was an anti-gun sack of shit, etc. And yet didn't bother informing Stark County residents of this until after the election happened. And it's like, bro, if I had known that, I would never voted for this fucking douchebag. You know, and even going back to the Blue Dog Democrats stuff I've talked about in the past, dude. Like, going back to the former county prosecutor / DA in Stark County, who was a Democrat that was like in there for like 30 years or something crazy like that. He's a long time there is what it was. That dude actually got shit done. Like, he may have run as a Democrat, but guess what, motherfuckers? He sure as shit prosecuted like Republican, honestly. Yet meanwhile, what do you got Kyle Stone doing? The first thing he does when he gets in office, let's have a fucking gun buyback. What the fuck? Like, it's fucking dumb, dude. Like, I honestly, like, as much as I hate the Democrat Party in this state, in this country, honestly, dude, I may vote for this Reinhold guy just because fuck Kyle Stone at this point, man. Seriously. So, but yeah, as this Reinhold guy was saying about Stone here, he said, it's not that Stone's incompetent, it's just that the philosophy he brings and the attitude he generates is different than mine. I think my philosophy is better, Reinhold said Thursday, declining for now to get into specifics. I would probably be more aggressive in prosecution. Yeah, exactly. There you go. So I believe in having a good relationship with all law enforcement. See, and that's what I want, by the way. I want an actual fucking tough on crime, dude. I don't want a fucking pussy bitch like Kyle Stone is what it is, dude, who's done basically nothing and is giving people fucking slaps on the wrist for shit that should be felonies in this fucking county is what it is then. Because of fucking race and shit like that is what it is there, dude. And it's a bunch of crap entirely, dude. So, anyway. So let me go ahead and see this real quick, actually. So I'm going to go ahead and look up something right now. So, let's see. So that was district court judge. Let's see. Recorder. Okay, let's see. Democrat challenger, Nemerton Township. Okay. Okay, so that was who's running District 13. Okay, so let's go back and talk more about the county prosecutor's office. There's what it is then, aka the DA. Okay, so it said, okay. So Reinhold said a couple people he would not name had encouraged him to run for the prosecutor's office. I'd be willing to bet it's honest people within Stone's fucking own group of people. There's what it is, dude. Because like well, here's the problem too. By the way, this is my biggest issue when it comes to positions of power in this country, honestly, too. So when you had sorry, I'm gonna look up something right now. Let's see. 2018. Sorry, I'm trying to look up something right now here on this. Yeah, because currently it's Stone. I'm trying to see who the last dude was right now. I should know the guy's name, which pisses me off that I don't know the guy's name, because it's like John Ferraro. That's who it was. Okay, yeah, it was John D. Ferraro is who the guy was that was in there for a long ass time, like at least 4 or 5 election cycles. I think is what it was there. So yeah, John D. Ferraro was a Blue Dog Democrat, 100%, dude. He prosecuted like a motherfucker, is what it was, dude. Sometimes he may have over prosecuted. I'm gonna say it like that, honestly. Like that's the one thing I actually did knock him for a little bit was, you know, dude was like, yeah, we're gonna prosecute like everybody and not give anybody a second chance, kind of thing is what it is. Even though some of them were like first term crimes and stuff like that that could have been actually taken and done as like, you know, hey, here's a rehab thing this drug addict could be in or whatever the case be. Let's give them that second chance kind of thing. And it's like, no, Ferraro was like, no, bro. Like, let's just throw them in jail for the next 20 years of their life and stuff instead. And it's like, I'm not okay with that, bro. And that's actually kind of why I went for Kyle Stone initially, but Interesting. So, going back to what was said here, though, with that Reinhold guy versus Stone there. And like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if it was somebody within Stone's own thing there. But like I was saying before, though, before I got into the whole thing about Ferrara, that's what it was, though. So the biggest problem with any DA in the state of Ohio right now, which would be, the county prosecutors is what they call them there. And it's also where Mike DeWine started out in 1978, 9 years before I was born. So, or sorry, not 1976 is when DeWine first became county prosecutor in his own home county. There's what it was. So, yeah, the whole point is, though, you had a situation there where you have a guy in, what's that guy's name now? Ferraro, who overly prosecuted, and then you had Stone come in. And the problem with that was when you had the transition between the two DAs is what it was. You had 40-something people that were unelected people, by the way, or pretty close to 40-something people is what it was. I think it was 30-ish or so, give or take, 30, 35, something like that. Come in with Kyle Stone, and we're basically just the county prosecutor's office now. And it's what the fuck? How is all this shit not fucking voted in, dude? That's ridiculous. I voted for one person, not fucking 40, dude. Jesus. And that's the whole problem right there entirely, man. So anyway, but going back to what was said here with Stone and stuff. Said Reinhold talking about Stone possibly being incompetent is what it was there. So Stone in an email replied, prosecutorial approaches have evolved in the last 30 years, and how things were done in the early 90s are not the way we are able to do them now. That's actually a lie, Kyle. Literally, the 1994 crime bill, dude, was probably one of the better things that happened in this country because it actually allowed for prosecution the correct way. And I've said it before, dude, we should not only just have, the problem with Biden's 94 crime bill stuff, though, was it was 3 strikes law thing, dude. In many cases, a lot of these fuckers should be 1 strike law, dude. Going back to fucking Jeremy Michael Adams, aka Vanessa Joy, dude. That person should be 1 strike law as a fucking child molester right now. As a child abuser / possible child molester is what it is there. Should be investigated the fullest extent of the law right now for possibly abusing their fucking biological children, if that be the case then. And yet we're not doing that. The guy's a fucking sick sack of shit, dude, for real. Anyway. The entire point is, though, there should be, and I'd say it honestly, what we should have on the books right now would be a 1 to 5 strike law, which is basically low-level crimes would be they get you 1 of the 5 strikes is what it is then. And then you have the possibility to prosecute with up to a 1 strike law, basically, where it's you're just never getting out of prison ever again, or you're possibly getting put on death row right now is what it is kind of thing, And that would be for, child killers, child rapists, et cetera, like that, dude. And then, the 3 strikes law stuff would be oh, you did something here, 5 years ago, and then you did something here 3 years ago, and then, you're still obviously a repeat offender. There's your 3rd strike kind of thing is what it is there, where it's all felony shit. And then, of course, you have the 5 strike thing where it'd be a couple misdemeanors and maybe a couple felonies would get you the 5 strikes as it is then. So, but yeah. So anyway, but yeah, Kyle Stone's a dipshit, man, is what it is for real. Anyway, shit. Lost my thing right there. Let's see where the fuck is that now. Continue to cite. Let's see where the fuck I'm at now. Okay, let's see. It said Prosecutor Stone said he had built relationships with law enforcement agencies his office represents in the community. Quote, my strict approach against gun violence has fostered more collaboration with law enforcement locally and federally, and his assistant prosecutor have been instructed to, quote, prosecute gun violence to the fullest extent of the law, which has decreased gun violence in the county and led to a constant relationship with law enforcement partners. That's a fucking lie, by the way. Dude, he's done none of that shit, dude. He's done fucking none of that, dude. And first off, it's not gun violence, dude. It's fucking criminals in Stark County, buddy. Many of which kind of look like your ass, Kyle Stone. They're all black dudes. They're a bunch of fucking gangbangers like the Heartless Felons and shit like that, dude. and other fucking gangs in the state. Hell, there was that one. Actually, now I think about it, maybe I can't remember if that was under Ferraro, if that was under Stone in the last couple of years. Now there was one though. It was here in Stark County, and it was like, I don't know, sometime back now in the last few years here, give or take. And it was basically you had it was like a big bust over in like housing projects over in the Canton area there. And there was like 14 guys that were arrested in that thing, and I think there was like 40 or 50 guns seized or something in it. Like, it was a fuck ton of guns, and there was actually a shootout between some of those guys and the cops, too, for that matter. So, and that's the problem, dude. And it's like, yeah, you need to fucking deal with these criminals legitimately, dude. But that's the problem. It's not gun violence, dude. It's just violence, period. Like, putting any other word in front of violence is just fucking stupid, because all you're doing is you're talking about inanimate objects as if they're causing the violence, when in reality, it's the fucking jackass that has their hand on the fucking gun that's causing the violence, dude. It's that black criminal, that white criminal, that brown criminal, whatever the case be. That's the one doing the fucking crime. It's the one that's committing felony murder rules and stuff like that. If they're, if somebody dies in the fucking commission of felonies and stuff like that in the state. It's the guys going there and fucking carjacking people. It's the guys going there and fucking, running over to that one, I forget what the place is called. It's like some drive-through marketplace there in downtown Canton, right by the Wendy's. And by the way, it's directly behind a hair salon place that's a quote-unquote WEAVE weave shop. And yeah, it's not a good part of town, honestly, dude. It's one of the reasons why I carry downtown Canton, honestly. Even in the daytime, because it's just a shithole area, period. And again, it has to do with the fact that you've had that place be robbed multiple times. There was some guy about 5-6 years ago now that was killed outside of the damn place there. Because he was just walking along, minding his own fucking business or whatever the case be, and you had him getting into it with some guys or whatever the case be that were trying to rob that place. And yeah, they killed his ass, and he was dead on the streets. What it was there, man. I went down there a couple of days later with mom to get water, and there was a bunch of flowers and like balloons and stuff up there, and I'm like, what the fuck happened there? I looked up that afternoon is what it was, then, and I found out this guy died there on the sidewalk, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, man. And at that time I was already carrying, but then I'm like, here's another mag to put in my pocket now after that, dude. Because it's like, yeah, I'm not going to get fucking clapped down there, motherfuckers. I'm going to be staying strapped and getting more heavily armed at that point. So, anyway. All right, let's see where we're at now. Let's Kyle Stone's ass here. Let's see. It said, Stone, 40, of Plain Township, and a Republican, Rhino, is seeking a second term as prosecutor in 2020. Ordained pastor and attorney with 5 years in private practice, benefited from a wave of local support for then President Donald Trump. Republican challengers shocked several Democrat incumbents for county officers. Aaron Weisburn, who retired as the county sheriff's lieutenant in 2022, filed as a Republican to challenge incumbent Myers, 64, a Democrat from Tuscarawas County. Oh, nice. So nice. So George Myers is going to be catching a challenge then. About fucking time, dude, honestly. Well, I'll tell you what, who I'm going to vote for right now. I'm definitely voting for this Eric guy is what it is. Yeah, let's see. Eric Westburn, something like that. Yeah. Let's see. Westburn for sheriff. Got my fucking vote, bro. Because fuck George Mayer. George Mayer's a sack of shit entirely, dude. Fuck that guy. So, let's see. What is this dude's deal? Lifetime resident of Stark County. Grew up in a small town. Parents Jack and Marine. Age 16. Started career service firefighter. 1991, 1995, 2022. Rewarding 31 years, retired Stark County Sheriff's Office. Is a longtime first responder and dedicated law enforcement. Humbly asking for your support to continue Stark County. Yeah. Okay. This Stark County residents that listen to my cast, man, vote for Eric. Seriously. Get George the fuck out of there, man. Seriously. Like, we don't need George Mayer's ass in there anymore, dude. Seriously, bro. Let's bring Eric in there now. So, yeah, Eric said it wasn't awkward running against his former boss, not trying to make something that's his. Just want the voters to realize I can do a better job. Well, okay, so again, this is the problem I have right there, right? It's not like it's not like the sheriff's office belongs to George Mayer, dude. Like, he's been the local sheriff for, like, fucking whatever, how long it's been now. Couple of cycles and stuff, man. And it's only because nobody's running against his ass is what it is. But yet, mind you, George Mayer was the fucking piece of shit, fucking scumbag ass county sheriff who backed that motherfucker Tim Ryan for the U.S. Senate in 2022, months after Tim Ryan talked about killing MAGA supporters, dude, as a sitting congressman. Mayer himself should have been arresting Tim Ryan at a state level, but yet instead was fucking backing his campaign. That's why George Mayer should honestly be arrested right now himself, dude. Which, by the way, can happen if the county coroner of Stark County were to get off their ass and arrest the sitting sheriff, because that's the only person who can actually arrest the sitting sheriff, by the way, for those who don't know. That's something I found out a few years ago from one of my 2A guys. It's also a super huge constitutionalist dude as well. So, but yeah, the only person that can arrest the sitting county sheriff is the actual county coroner. So, yeah, if you're the county coroner, go arrest the sitting sheriff. They're a fucking scumbag, sellout sack of shit, man. Just trying to fuck over your county and stuff. But anyway, let's see where I'm at now. It said Mayor cannot be reached for comment on Wednesday. Said Bennett issued a statement Wednesday about his decision to switch parties, saying, "Wait, that's a different person then." Okay, then you got a person named Bennett issued a statement Wednesday about his decision to switch parties, saying his engineers past relies on sound engineering knowledge, principles, and judgment to enhance safety of traveling public rather than party affiliations and policies. After serious consideration, I no longer feel that many of my policies and actions of the current National Democrat Party align with my personal views and principles. Yeah, and that's the thing. So you got a guy that jumped parties from Democrat to Republican. That's what it is. So, and that's what I'm saying, dude. Like, there's a lot of people out there right now who they don't get it, man. They really don't, and it's just sad, man. Okay, they're talking about some of the other races here. District 49, Krista L. Allison challenging Republican incumbent Jim Thomas. Allison, who's a Democrat sack of shit, claims to be an educational consultant. She's a fucking nut job, I guarantee it, dude. Fuck her. Jim Thomas needs to become a second termer there. District 51, House Democrat, which includes Tuscarawas County, Stark County, Sulphur County, live in Tuscarawas County. Brett Hudson Hillner, Republican incumbent. Faces primary challenge from Jody Salvo of Sandy Township near Bolivar. Said Salvo is director of substance abuse prevention services at Ohio Gradestone. See, okay, this Jody Salvo person, just from that alone, sounds like one of these people, honestly, truthfully speaking, that is a Democrat trying to run a Republican there, dude. So, even though I hate Hillner, like, I don't know, man. Like, that just, like I said, that's another one of these districts that could be easily done away with, I think, entirely, man. So Democrat primary 51 is two candidates, Joe Reinhardt and John Bazer. Reinhardt is a communication professional from Mount Vernon. Bazer is the president of Norse Tool and Hardworking in Dover. See, that right there almost sounds like it would be a conservative guy running as a Democrat then. That's weird, man. That's real weird. So, again, it's hard to tell anymore, dude, with these people. You need to talk to them firsthand and be like, hey, get a real feel of these fuckers, dude. Be done with it then. But anyway. But yeah. I really hope, honestly, one of these Republicans that's running in District 13 can unseat that fucking cunt Amelia Sykes then, who's a damn cheater. So, shouldn't even be in Congress right now at all, dude. But anyway. Okay. Again, going back to this. This is from, what was this from actually? What date was this on here? Oh, okay, never mind. This is December 21st. Okay. I was gonna say, I wonder why Vanessa Joy's ass was still on this list. It's like, yeah, dude, no, fucking Jeremy Michael Adams, aka Vanessa Joy, is no longer on the fucking ballot, dude, in District 50. Fuck that guy. His ass belongs in prison, period. So, anyway. But yeah, somebody who has gone through stuff and done stuff over the last year and a half or so, actually last 5 years or so, give or take, when it comes to actually looking up candidates and doing my job to do what needs to be done as an informed voter. It pisses me off when you have people that'll just be like, oh, let's just vote down ticket, whatever. Then it's like, that's stupid, dude, because they might not be the best person for the fucking job at that point. Hell, all right, it might be a better fucking candidate than this person that's in that fucking, Republican or Democrat slot then. But anyway, yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens, though. Like I said, I am kind of still pissed about Reggie trying to jump over to Congress now instead of just running for a fourth term then and not allowing people like me to actually get in this race then, dude. Because, again, I could have got the fucking 50 signatures easily, dude, and been a state rep right now pretty much. Or at least given that Cushman guy a fucking run for his money then, if that'd be the case then. Force him to spend money to actually beat me in the primaries, what it is then. So, yeah. Fucking bums me out, dude. It really does. But that being said, though, and I've said this before, honestly, like, with the way this country's going, man, are we even going to have a fucking election then? Probably not, honestly. So, it doesn't really matter at the end of the day, man. But, yeah, that being said, though, it's a whole thing. So, anyway. That being also said, though, we won't be back tomorrow, obviously, for Buckshot Thursday, because we're going to have the calling hours for Mom's funeral. And then I might be back Friday night, honestly, depending, because we'll be having the funeral in the morning then. And I'm debating if I want to do a Freedom Friday or not then, since I know that SHOT Show stuff is going on then. And of course, it's like, it really depends on what happens that day, dude, because we're going to have, basically the plan for Friday is that we're having the funeral in the morning, we're having a luncheon thing in the afternoon, early afternoon, and then I don't know if we're going to hang out as a family or not together for a little bit or something. My siblings and I, and then obviously my extended family for that matter too, and sort of shoot the shit and do like a kind of remembrance of Mom and stuff like that. And obviously some of her friends might be there too for that matter. Or we might just end up back at somebody's house for a little bit or something. That'd be the case maybe. I don't know if that's going to happen or not. So again, I'm going to play that by ear. Obviously, it might be something. It might not be where it would be like 4 or 5 o'clock, whatever, for that Friday stream. Then it might be like 8, 9, 10, 11 o'clock that night or something. Then, depending on how tired and stuff I am, or if I'm even wanting to do a stream for that matter at all. But yeah, I think the next time would be probably Saturday, would be my guess, unless of course this stream gets me a channel strike today, which hopefully it doesn't. I know the fucking YouTube is now doing algorithm shit where they're doing like a whole transcript thing, which is totally unconstitutional, by the way. It's just creepy ass fucking AI creeping into your fucking systems, what it is there, dude, and them trying to fuck with people's ability to speak freely under freedom of speech in this country, you fucking assholes. Why don't you actually respect freedom of speech, Google, and know that I do have the freedom of speech just like everybody else does, and stop trying to channel strike us, you fucking assholes. So, anyway. But yeah, that being said, though, it'll be interesting to see what happens here going forward. Huh. Well, that's interesting. I was just looking up some of the people now trying to run for Congress here. And you got a bunch of current and former state reps right now. So yeah, people trying to run for Congress right now in the state of Ohio before we finish off this episode here. District 2, we got Najee Antani, who's a state senator right now. You got Ron Hood, who would probably be the best candidate in this race. And then you got sack of shit Shane Wilkin, who helped keep constitutional carry held up a committee for over a year and a half, and then flipped to the state senate. Then after he was turned out of the state house, then a couple years ago. So yeah, fuck you, Shane, you dick. All right, then let's see, District 4. Looks like Jim Jordan's gonna be. Oh, by the way, going back to people who should be arrested in the state of Ohio, Tammy Wilson, this stupid fucking cunt right here, should already be in Ohio prison for Insurrection Act shit, dude. This bitch literally helped lead a fucking insurrection at the Ohio State House in December 2022 that kicked off like 50 of them by Democrats across this country after that. Yeah, her ass belongs in Ohio State prison, not fucking Ohio, not representing Ohio in Congress and trying to primary out Jim Jordan is what it is there, dude. Or not primary out Jim Jordan, beat Jim Jordan in the general election, which is never going to happen, by the way, you stupid bitch. So, looks like Bob Letta's catching a primary challenge from some guy named Robert. Let's see. Then we got my district here, which hopefully Stolfus wins is what it is there. Let's see. We got Max Miller, who's a known rhino sack of shit. This is the problem, though, too, by the way, with people who ran under Trump's like America First stuff. So you have people like Max Miller run underneath that stuff. That guy's a fucking rhino sellout. He fucking sold out immediately. And then you got other people like Warren Davidson, who's another one of these fucking sellout types. I really hope that Marcy Kaptur, who's been in office for over 40 fucking years now, dude, gets beat by specifically J.R. Milwaukee. Oh, wait, I didn't realize Derek Marin's running for that seat? I didn't realize that one. That's interesting. Oh, that's why we didn't see Marin actually in the thing earlier. That makes sense, actually, because now he's running for Congress, so it is then. Actually, yeah, of those people, then, if it's not going to be JR, then do Derek, dude, for real. Like, Derek, either one of those guys, JR or Derek specifically, would be better than, obviously, Craig Rendell's bitch ass. Rendell's a rhino sack of shit for sure, man. He's also like a Matt Dolan fucking yes man. But yeah, Marin would be probably the best choice of that list right there, with JR being the second best, then, if that'd be the case. So, anyway. Honestly, Michael Turner needs to get beat at this point because that guy's also a rhino sack of shit. I'd rather have one of these Democrats here fucking beat his ass in the general election than if that'd be the case, dude. Whoever wins that primary then. Because at least then you have a Democrat legitimately in the fucking thing. When instead of this rhino sack of shit, Mike Turner always fucking voting with the gun control assholes. So, hopefully one of these Republicans beats Chantel Brown's ass too, for that matter. And then, like I said, hopefully one of these guys beats Amelia Sykes' cheating ass. Anybody of these three people right here would be better than Dave Joyce right now. He's also a fucking rhino sack of shit sellout. As is Mike Carey. This is the guy who ran. Oh, State Rep Adam Miller's trying to run for that seat now. By the way, this motherfucker right here should be in Ohio State prison right now for trying to grab guns for the last 7 fucking years. So, yeah, honestly, I'd rather have Carey in there than these fucking assholes then. Who the fuck is this person? Zirba? Oh, Jesus fucking. Why are we allowing fucking Islamic terrorists to run for office, dude? Seriously. Jesus fucking Christ, people. You're not a fucking American, people. Get the fuck out of this country. For real. But yeah, piece of shit Mike Carey fucking sold us out here about a month, not even a month ago now. It's like probably like a week ago is what it was actually. Where instead of actually being like, no, we're actually going to fund the fucking border wall, he's like, no, bro, I'm going to vote with fucking Democrats to go fund Ukraine's bullshit and all this fucking stupid stopgap crap and stuff in Congress instead of just letting it fucking default at this point, honestly. Like, that's the problem. They keep kicking the fucking can down the damn road instead of actually just kicking it back at somebody's fucking face is what it is, dude. And being like, the buck stops here, assholes. Get your fucking budgets together and be done with it already. But that's the problem with all these people who run for Congress, Senate, etc., dude, is that they'll spend fucking millions of dollars on stuff. Hell, yeah, Nikki Haley herself spent $100 million fucking dollars in Iowa on a bunch of campaign ads and stuff like that on mainstream media shit there. Instead of actually putting that money to help out people in this country, whether it be homeless vets, whether it be anybody else for that matter, dude. You know, starving kids in various states that are American citizens. That money would be better spent to do that, honestly, would be get the food to these kids what it is, man. But instead, she just pisses away hundreds of millions of dollars what it is there, man. And that's what I'm saying. And these people talk about being, physically responsible or physically conservative or whatever the case be. It's like, no, you're not, dude. When you're sitting there spending tens of millions of dollars on a fucking campaign, like, you're obviously not budget minded. You're obviously not any of that stuff, dude. You don't give a fuck. That's why you're doing omnibus bills that are like $10 trillion every fucking year is what it is then. It's a bunch of shit, man. It really fucking is. And I'm sick and tired of it. And I think everybody else is too, for that matter. It really is time to just primary everybody in 2024 and be done with it, dude. Like, if nothing else, it would be more interesting to just have like a whole new set of people across the board right now. Like, all the incumbents are just voted out of office entirely, and we just have bringing people across the board. That's what it is. We'd be a better off nation right now, 100%. So, anyway, I'm going to get going because I got to get some stuff done right now. But like I said, I'll be back at some point here. Not exactly sure exactly when. Again, playing it by ear if it's going to be Friday or Saturday or when it's going to be exactly. But, yeah, we'll be back at some point, though, to do some stuff and do what needs to be done then, and stuff and things and what have you. But other than that, though, it's been a good one. It's been an enjoyable few days, a few weeks, etc. here. Well, wait, did I say enjoyable? No, it has not been enjoyable. It's been a terrible few days, few weeks, etc. here. What it has been, though, is it's been a hell of a fucking trial, tribulation kind of thing is what it is, dude. And hopefully it won't be forever. It'll just be, temporary pain and suffering. And then at some point down the line here, we'll actually see, the fruits of our labor come to fruition and stuff like that. Where things do change and this country has a massive shift in it is what it'll be then. And if that can happen, we'll be way better off as a nation then. So, anyway, that being said, that's where we're at for the day. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. And I will hopefully be back here in a couple days. If nothing else, I will be back on the Lead Lace Anarchy channel then. So, have a good one, y'all. Stay safe, stay vigilant, stay strapped so you don't get clapped. And make sure that you are 100% in the ability to be in a situational awareness kind of situation, because you never fucking know when some psychotic lunatic is going to call your number and try to punch your ticket, etc., etc. So, yeah, have a good one, everybody. It's been real. And I will see you guys at some point later this week. Probably weekend will be my guess, honestly, most likely. Other than that, though, yeah, that's where we're at for the day. Have a good day. Have a good night. Have a good week. Have a good time. Hug the ones you love. Love the ones you have, because you never know when it's going to be your last day with those individuals. And make sure you're always telling them you love them, because you never know, man. You never know what's going to happen. You never know what's going to change. You never know what will be the last day that you will be able to say, hey, how's it going, everybody? And yeah, you never want to be in that situation where you never are able to really, tell them goodbye. Because, life moves too quickly sometimes. And unfortunately, this is what's happened with us recently with Mom's passing, is life moved a little too quickly. And hopefully that will change very soon, where it just slows down a little bit and we can actually get things done correctly. Then is what it is. But yeah, other than that, though, that's where I'm at for the day. Hope you guys enjoyed this, and I will see you all in the next one. Have a good day. Have a good life. Have a good night. And peace out, y'all. Later.